it's really okay to admire people's success in life, give people applause and cheer on people, and just admire the results that they are getting in their life, right? But one of the things you have to understand, or especially when you admire people's result and you wish to replicate those results, one of the things you want to do, because it's like the tree, right? The tree, you can see the fruit, how beautiful the fruit is, how they are green, all of that. But the real thing that powers that fruit, it's under the ground. It's called the roots. So most times when you admire people's success, you just love how much figure they say they are making, you like how much they speak, they've been called for conferences, events, and all of that, and you just love that kind of success, what they've been able to build with their life. It's okay to admire it, right? It's amazing, because it's good, because it gets you motivated, want to chase a higher dimension of yourself. But one of the things you want to do is, you don't want to chase those results. What you want to do is, you want to find out what I call the success engine, right? What is the success engine? The success engine, for instance, or for every mechanical device, or for every engine, for every things you see moving, whether it's the ship or it's the aeroplane or whatever you see moving, there is always that part of it called the engine that powers the entire body. For the human body, you call it the brain, you call it the heart. It powers the entire body. So when you see people's results, one of the things you want to look out for is their success engine. What are the habits? What are the skills? What are the personal secret dedications and discipline that they have that actually engineered those success that they have in their lives? Because things don't just happen. Success is not an accident. You already know that. Success is not an accident. For every successful person you see, there are always intentional steps, intentional discipline, intentional skills that produce the success or the result that you see. So that's what you want to look out for. You want to ask them the real, truthful, and important questions. You want to ask them, what are the habits that actually created the results that you have in your life? You're not asking them, oh, how can I make $1 million? How can I make $100,000? You're not asking them those questions. Those are the wrong questions. You want to ask the right questions. What are the skills that you have that actually makes you birth these results? You want to ask them that. You want to ask them, what are the disciplines? When do you wake up? When do you sleep? What are the kind of books that you're reading that actually makes you speak so eloquently, makes you exude that level of wisdom, that level of insight in your field? You want to ask those questions, because the results are not the important stuff. It is the roots that they've built over the years. And one of the things I want to say, especially for the fact that you're a young person, you're listening to this, you should understand the place of time, the place of discipline. You have a mentor, for instance, or you have someone who has been in an industry for 10 years, and then you just wake up and then you start in that industry and you want to accomplish the same level of result that they have, right? So you have your mentor, you host an event and 1,000 people attend the event, and then 10,000 people attend the event, and you say, oh, I want to host this same event, and you set your target at 10,000 people. Your mentor's 10,000 attendance is not a function of the event is holding that day. It's a function of years of deposit, years of relationships, years of network, years of building his email list, years of building authority in that industry, years of work. So you cannot set your success metrics as the same with his, because the things that are giving him the result that he has today are efforts of years. So one of the things you want to do is, you want to first of all find out the things that are giving him the result that he has, the things that have given him the results that he has. And then you want to create a metrics that is commensurate with your place. By your place, I mean with your level. Because you cannot compare somebody's 10 years work with your 1 year work. You can't compare to somebody's 40 years work. Someone has been in the industry for 40 years talking about the same thing. You know, he's been building relationships, he's been building network, he's been building authority for 40 years. And you just start after pandemic 2020 and you say, oh, my target is to be like this person, my target is to be like this person, right? It is a futile effort. So you want to set, after you found out what they've done to accomplish the result that they have, you want to set metrics that are relatable with your level of growth. You want to set metrics that are accomplished. It's good to say, motivational speakers will come and tell you that set your goals high, But one of the things that will do to you is when you set unrealistic goals and then you put all your effort, put all your social capital, whatever capital you have, invest all of it, and you don't meet that target. One of the things that's going to happen is you want to get frustrated. Meanwhile, you are actually successful at your level. But because you are measuring your success with the success of someone who has been in the industry for 40 years, you could start feeling like, oh, what you're getting, the result you're getting is not tangible. But they are unrealistic. So you want to set realistic goals and metrics, success metrics that align with your level of growth, that aligns with your level of discipline, that aligns with your level in that industry that you want to play in. And that just makes your work easier. It makes success more measurable, and it makes your life more interesting. Because one of the things we see today is people, when they don't get the result that they're looking out to get in, frustrations wants to come in, right? They want to get discouraged, because you hosted your first event, and then only 10 people showed up, and then you say, oh, this event was not successful. Meanwhile, your mentor or the person you're looking up to that is hosting the thousands of it, when they hosted their first event, it was 2 people that showed up. So in your own right, in your own level, you are actually even more successful than them. But because you have unrealistic goals, you have big results, you want to hit it fast and, on the go, sharp, right? And then it just leads to frustration. Meanwhile, you have success that would have given you a more better accomplishment and happiness in what you're doing. So that's what I have to say to you. First of all, you want to find out what the success engine is for those people that you admire in your industry, whatever they're doing. You want to find out their success engines, and then you want to set your own metrics to align with your level of growth and your level of maturity in your industry.